Welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that many people think about but rarely discuss openly: being single for a long time or even never having been in a relationship. Society often tells us that being in a relationship is the ultimate goal, but is that really true for everyone? Let's explore how you can manage not to feel bad about your single status and why it might actually be something to celebrate. We'll hear personal stories, reflect on happiness, and discover the freedom that comes with embracing your own journey. From a young age, we're surrounded by messages that suggest being in a relationship is essential for happiness. Movies, books, and even family gatherings can make us feel like something is missing if we're single. But the truth is, everyone's path is different. Just because society has certain expectations doesn't mean you have to follow them. It's important to recognize these pressures and remind yourself that your happiness doesn't depend on your relationship status. Back to the happiest times in your life. Were they always tied to being in a relationship? For many, the answer is no. In fact, some of the most joyful and fulfilling moments happen when we're single. This is a time when you can focus on yourself, pursue your passions, and truly get to know who you are. It's a period of growth and self-discovery that can lead to lasting happiness, regardless of your relationship status. For years, I believed I needed to be part of a couple to feel complete. But looking back, I realized that my best periods were when I was single. I was happier, more relaxed, and truly enjoyed my own company. It took time to accept this, but once I did, I felt a sense of freedom and contentment that I hadn't experienced before. Sometimes, the journey to self-acceptance is the most rewarding of all. Even when we're happy being single, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we need to be in a relationship. Friends and family might ask questions, or we might see others pairing off and feel left out. But it's important to remember that being single is not a problem to be fixed. It's simply one way to live, and for many, it's the most fulfilling path. Sometimes, the urge to be in a relationship leads us into situations that aren't right for us. I once found myself in a relationship that turned out to be really unhealthy. When it ended, I felt an overwhelming sense of relief. It was a wake-up call that being single could actually be a much happier and healthier choice for me. After that relationship ended, I embraced my independence. I focused on my child and myself, and for the first time in a long while, I felt truly happy. There's something incredibly empowering about knowing you can create your own happiness without relying on anyone else. Independence isn't loneliness, it's freedom. For a while, I decided I was going to stay single forever. It wasn't a decision made out of bitterness or disappointment, but rather from a place of self-awareness. I realized that I enjoyed my own company and valued my personal space. Choosing to stay single can be a positive, intentional decision that leads to a more fulfilling life. After a few years, I decided to give relationships another try. Sometimes, curiosity or the desire for companionship brings us back to dating. But after just a few weeks, I realized that I was genuinely happier on my own. It's okay to experiment and see what works for you. What matters is being honest with yourself about what truly makes you happy. Maybe you're just not meant to be in a relationship, or maybe you simply love your own company and space. There's no right or wrong answer. Accepting your true self with all your preferences and quirks is one of the most important steps toward lasting happiness. Embrace who you are and let go of the need to fit into someone else's mold. Being single for a long time can sometimes feel unusual in a world that celebrates couples. But for many, it's a conscious choice that brings peace and satisfaction. There's a unique perspective that comes from living life on your own terms, and it's something to be proud of. Your journey is yours alone, and it's worth celebrating. Sometimes, being single for a long time leads to funny situations. Like the time a nice guy asked me for my number and I nearly had a meltdown. It's okay to laugh at yourself and recognize that your reactions are perfectly normal. Humor can be a great way to cope with the unexpected moments that come with single life. Don't get me wrong, I've been out with some lovely people and I wouldn't change those experiences for anything. Past relationships can teach us valuable lessons and bring fond memories, but it's also okay to recognize that you prefer the version of yourself that you are when you're single. Every experience shapes who you are today. For some, being single brings out the best in them. You might find that you're more creative, more productive, or simply more at peace when you're on your own. It's important to recognize and honor the version of yourself that feels most authentic and fulfilled, regardless of what others might think. It's easy to feel guilty or inadequate for not following the traditional path of relationships and marriage, but guilt has no place in your journey. Letting go of these feelings allows you to fully embrace your life as it is. Remember, there's no universal timeline for happiness or fulfillment. Success isn't just about relationships, careers, or material achievements. It's about living a life that feels meaningful to you. Redefine what success means on your own terms. Maybe it's traveling, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying quiet evenings at home. Your version of success is just as valid as anyone else. Being single gives you the freedom to build a life that's truly your own. You can set your own goals, make your own plans, and fill your days with activities that bring you joy. Whether it's learning new skills, traveling, or spending time with friends, your life can be just as rich and rewarding as anyone else. Learning to enjoy your own company is a powerful skill. It means you're comfortable being alone but not lonely. You can savor quiet moments, reflect on your thoughts, and truly appreciate the person you are. This self-sufficiency is a gift that will serve you well in every area of life. One of the joys of being single is having your own space both physically and emotionally. You can decorate your home however you like, set your own routines, and enjoy the peace that comes from solitude. Personal space isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for many people to thrive. Being single opens up a world of possibilities. You can travel, try new activities, and meet new people without having to compromise. This freedom to explore is one of the greatest gifts of single life. It allows you to discover new passions and experiences that you might not have otherwise. Single life often means you have more time and energy to invest in friendships. These relationships can be just as meaningful and supportive as romantic ones. Building a strong network of friends provides companionship, laughter, and support through all of life's ups and downs. When you're single, you have the time and space to focus on personal growth. Whether it's pursuing education, developing new skills, or working on your health, this is your opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Self-growth is a lifelong journey, and being single can make it even more rewarding. Single life gives you the freedom to dive into your passions and hobbies. Whether it's painting, writing, hiking, or cooking, you can dedicate time to the things that make you happy. These activities not only bring joy but also help you discover new talents and interests. Without the demands of a relationship, you might find it easier to focus on your career and ambitions. You can set your own goals, work at your own pace, and celebrate your achievements. Single life can be the perfect environment for professional growth and success. Being single often means you have full control over your finances. You can budget, save, and spend according to your own priorities. Financial independence brings a sense of security and empowerment that's hard to match. Single life gives you the opportunity to focus on self-care and wellness. You can create routines that work for you, prioritize your mental and physical health, and make choices that support your well-being. Taking care of yourself is a vital part of living a happy, fulfilling life. One of the biggest benefits of being single is not having to compromise on your choices. You can make decisions based on what's best for you without having to consider another person's preferences. This freedom allows you to live authentically and pursue your true desires. It's natural to feel lonely at times, whether you're single or in a relationship. The key is to recognize these feelings and find healthy ways to cope. Building a strong support system, staying active, and practicing gratitude can help you overcome loneliness and find joy in your own company. Social pressure to be in a relationship can be overwhelming. Friends, family, and even strangers might question your choices. It's important to set boundaries and remind yourself that your life is yours to live. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your choices. You don't need a partner to celebrate life's milestones. Whether it's a promotion, a birthday, or a personal achievement, take the time to honor your successes. Celebrate yourself and the progress you've made on your journey. Every experience, whether single or in a relationship, teaches us something valuable. Reflect on your past, appreciate the lessons learned, and use them to shape a brighter future. Growth comes from understanding and embracing your journey. Being single is a choice, not a default. When you choose to embrace your single life, you take control of your happiness and well-being. Remember, you have the power to shape your own story and live life on your terms. It's easy to compare your life to others, especially in the age of social media, but comparison only steals your joy. Focus on your own journey and celebrate your unique path. Your happiness isn't determined by how your life measures up to someone else. Solitude isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It gives you the space to think, create, and recharge. Many people find that their most creative and productive moments happen when they're alone. Solitude can be a source of strength and inspiration. There are many stereotypes about single people, but most of them simply aren't true. Being single doesn't mean you're lonely, unhappy, or incomplete. Challenge these stereotypes by living your life fully and authentically. Show the world that happiness comes in many forms. Single life often brings a sense of simplicity and peace. Without the complications of a relationship, you can focus on what truly matters to you, enjoy the beauty of a simple, uncluttered life, and find joy in the little things. When you're single, you set your own pace in life. There's no rush to meet someone else's expectations or timelines. You can take your time, make thoughtful decisions, and enjoy the journey without pressure. Gratitude is a powerful tool for happiness. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life, big or small. Practicing gratitude helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack and brings a sense of contentment. Your journey as a single person can inspire and support others who might be struggling with similar feelings. Share your experiences, offer encouragement, and help others see the value in their own unique paths. Together, we can build a community of support and understanding. Being single doesn't mean closing yourself off to new experiences or relationships. Stay open to possibilities, but don't feel pressured to change your status. Life is full of surprises, and you never know what's around the corner. Peace comes from accepting where you are right now. Instead of worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, focus on enjoying the present moment. Mindfulness and acceptance are key to finding happiness, no matter your relationship status. Your journey is uniquely yours. Embrace every twist and turn and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to happiness. Celebrate your individuality and the life you've created for yourself. Single life is a wonderful opportunity for self-discovery. Take time to learn about yourself, your dreams, and your values. The more you understand yourself, the more confident and content you'll become. In the end, being single is just one way to live a happy, fulfilling life. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for choosing your own path. Celebrate yourself, your choices, and the unique journey you're on. Happiness comes in many forms, and yours is just as beautiful as anyone else. Remember, your life is yours to live. Whether you're single by choice or by circumstance, you have the power to create a life that's meaningful and joyful. Embrace your journey, trust yourself, and know that you are enough just as you are.